for all coming today. It's a beautiful day outside. I couldn't be more pleased that someone up above, maybe my mom and dad, were shining down and promised us the nice weather. I'm so glad that we can all have fun today in our shopping, and that's really what we like everyone in this room to do, is have a fun day. But then, just keep in the back of your mind that there are women out there who are struggling on to self-sufficiency and trying to make that little step up to go on so she can take care of her life and her children's life. And that's really what the Bartko Foundation is all about today. So I'd like to welcome you here and have fun. I'd also like to do a few shout outs. I thank the Highmark and PNC and Buchanan Ingersoll Rooney for their support. The table sponsors who invited all these wonderful guests here, I appreciate that. Theodora Palomalu for being the honorary chair. And then all of the wonderful volunteers that we have throughout the room that made this event what it is today. So thank you, and I'd like to introduce Brittany McGraw right now.
Good afternoon. My name is Brittany McGraw, and I am an anchor and reporter with WPXI Channel 11, and it is my distinct pleasure to be with you and to serve as MC for today's luncheon. The Bartko Foundation's mission is to assist women, specifically single minority mothers, with gaining self-sufficiency and independence. And that's a mission that I feel all of us can relate to as women, as men, no matter our age or our color. We can relate to this and we can understand the importance of the mission that the Bartko Foundation has. This is a big day today because last week, Pittsburgh Council honored the critical work done by the Bartko Foundation, as well as the achievements of the Bartko Foundation grant recipients. And they have declared today, Saturday, April 18th, 2015, to be Bartko Foundation Irene's Dream Day in the city of Pittsburgh. And you can actually review that proclamation at the registration table. That is something huge, and that is certainly something that deserves a round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce the honorary chair of this afternoon's luncheon, Theodora Palomalu. Theodora, round of applause, please. Theodora moved to Pittsburgh from California in 2003. She attended the University of Pittsburgh and graduated with a BA in legal studies. Theodora started her work in philanthropy in 2005 by joining the Sports Action Board at the Pittsburgh Foundation, as well as the Phipps Conservatory Board of Directors, where she continues to serve on the board. In 2005, the Palomalu family established a fund for veterans, and the Troy and Theodora Palomalu Foundation Fund through the Pittsburgh Foundation. The Fund for Veterans has generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for various veteran organizations across the country. The Troy and Theodora Palomalu Foundation Fund has supported Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, the Focus Outreach Center in the Hill District, as well as the Fa'a Samoan Initiative in American Samoa. The Bartko Foundation Board of Directors is very grateful that Theodora has extended her philanthropic work to include the Bartko Foundation, and we are certainly delighted that she is serving as the honorary chair of Irene's Dream, Women in Need, supporting women in need. At this time, please join me in welcoming Theodora Palomalu to the podium.
Good afternoon. I would first like to thank Melanie Geffert and the Bartko Foundation for the incredible work and successes that they have earned over the past few years in supporting women in need. It is a privilege for me today to be among so many of my peers, women who have accomplished independence and success with grace and hard work. The triumph of single mothers regaining self-sufficiency is the core of what we are celebrating today. It is through the unyielding and strategic efforts of the Barco Foundation that underserved, poverty-stricken single minority mothers are identified and supported through long-term solutions. The Barco Foundation utilizes community churches, organizations, and other nonprofits to make impactful grants in areas that afford the most success, such as education, housing, transportation, and employment. To date, 316 women and 674 children have benefited and reached self-sufficiency through the Barco Foundation in Pittsburgh. This incredible work allows single minority women to reaffirm and reestablish themselves in society as productive members, thus contributing to the greater good of their communities. There is no price that can be placed on a mother's journey to empowerment and self-confidence. The after effects are achieved goals of respect and reclaiming independence. These women are the pillars of their communities and serve as examples that through accepting assistance and concerted efforts, they can overcome obstacles that are seemingly impossible and become a reality in their life. We must know that our worth as mothers and women and how valuable we are to society. The Barco Foundation encompasses all of the necessary means to give women the opportunity to start within and gain the confidence they need to be successful, strong women. It's truly my privilege and my honor to be here today to celebrate with all of you the amazing accomplishments of the Barco Foundation and to support them that they can continue doing this very important work in the city of Pittsburgh. It's something that is very close to my heart, my family's heart, and I'm so grateful to everyone in this room today that you've taken time out to support this cause. Thank you so much.
As Theodora said, it's so important that the women in our community know their worth and have confidence and feel that they can be self-sufficient and independent, and that is what the Barco Foundation is working to do. At this time, Diana Harbison, who is pastor of Pine Creek Presbyterian Church, she will now deliver our invocation.
Let us pray. Lord, we gather here today to dedicate ourselves to you and to one another. We come from different backgrounds, different faith, different points of view. But one thing we all share is our determination to reach out and support one another. All of us here have relied on the strength and support of others at one time or another. Now we celebrate this as we gather to share stories of lives changed. Help us to remember that we can be agents of change individually and as communities. Never let us become so settled in our ways that we forget or overlook the needs of others around us. Let us revel in today's stories and discussions, knowing that we have all made a difference, so that when we leave this place, we can be energized and motivated to make a positive change in the world around us. Amen.
At this time, as the waitstaff starts to serve our lunch, I'd like to ask that Liz Murphy, the chairperson of today's luncheon, come forward. A little about Liz. She is a longtime supporter and volunteer of the Barco Foundation. Liz has served as the table sponsor chair for several years and volunteered to serve as the luncheon chair this year. Due to her outstanding and long-standing commitment to the foundation, Liz is also a past recipient of the IOB Support Award.
Welcome to you all. I'm so glad to see each and every one of you. Today is the 9th annual Irene's Dream Luncheon, and I can't fathom how fast 9 years have flown by. I first attended one of the earliest luncheons, which I believe was in 2008, and it was held at one of the airport hotels in Moon. There were maybe 30 of us sitting, enjoying company, having breakfast, and we were celebrating one of the first awardees of the IOB awardees, which was Ramona Morris at the time. It was energizing and really spurred me to get involved. Fast forward to today, there are 245 guests here today. We're celebrating the accomplishments of another grant recipient and the growth and recognition that the Barco Foundation now garners throughout the Pittsburgh region, a mighty accomplishment. So I'm here to thank all of you for helping us to get here to this point. In the 9 short years, it's been an amazing journey. As chairwoman of today's luncheon, I wanted to share a few facts with you, which is really part of the amazing accomplishments for today. As Theodora just said, in just 9 years, we've assisted 316 women. In just 9 years, we've impacted the lives of 674 children. In this past year, your contributions and support, through your contributions and support, the Barco Foundation has now distributed over $1,070,331. Even more facts related to those grants. 86 grants pertain to furthering education. 19 grants assisted with employment. 92 grants assisted mothers and families with housing. And 117 grants assisted with transportation, many of which was getting to and from work. So we are grateful to each and every one of you who help us help women maintain self-sufficiency. Behind the scenes of the luncheon, there are many, many volunteers who help us get to this wonderful celebratory day. And I want to recognize our committee chairs at this time, so I'm going to ask you, when I call your name, to please rise and hold your applause till the end. Liz Branamarty, who coordinated corporate sponsorship. Deborah Bruckman and Rosalind McCorkle, vendor co-chairs. Betty Goyer, registration chair. Michelle Figler, the table sponsor chair. Latrenda Leonard, who wasn't here today, who was chairing social media, but she happened to decide to get married today. Susan Nitzberg and Terry Tunick, who coordinated public relations. And special thanks to Tamiko Dawkins and Jennifer Price for their contributions too. So today we have a lot to be thankful for, but most importantly, I thank all of you for your continued generosity and support. In a world where hardworking efforts are not always evident, we are indeed making a difference for many deserving families. Enjoy.
Please join me in thanking the Fairmont for the beautiful venue that we had this afternoon, as well as the delicious food that we had, and a very helpful wait staff. A round of applause for them right now. You may have also noticed on your table there is a lovely orchid there. I'm sure plenty of you have admired that. If you possibly want to share one with a woman you admire or someone else, or if you'd like to have one for yourself, you can purchase the orchid for $35, and there are flower envelopes that are available on each table for purchase, and then you can take that home with you. At this time, it is now my pleasure to introduce the IOB Award. The Barco Foundation was formed in testimony to the lives of Irene Overcashier Barco and Theodore Joseph Barco. Irene and Ted modeled important life lessons for their 3 daughters, Nedra, Melanie, and Michelle. Among those lessons are the importance of family and a supportive community, that if someone is down, extend a helping hand, and that if you work hard and you believe in yourself, then your dreams will come. While the work of the foundation encourages these values in others, each year the foundation seeks to recognize a grant recipient who exemplifies that mission and vision of the foundation. A woman who has made positive progress in her self-sufficiency journey while extending her hand to help others. This year's honoree was awarded a Barco Foundation grant to purchase equipment and supplies to expand her cosmetology services. She regularly supports the elderly through a contract with HCR Manor Care. She volunteers with Three Rivers Youth and also provides cosmetology training and apprenticeships to cosmetology students. Her long-term goal is to establish an intergenerational nonprofit that supports others out of poverty through training, wellness support, and career planning. If at this time, Melanie Geffert-Azier and Carl Perkins, Executive Director of the Foundation, will now present the 2015 IOB Grant Award to Sakina Davis.
Thank you very much, everyone. First, I want to thank my children because without them, I would not get up every day and want to do these things and keep going. I want to thank Mr. Carl, Ms. Nedra, Michelle, and my board of directors here for joining me today. I have come here to Pittsburgh so that I can carry out a dream of a young man, which was my 19-year-old nephew. 10 years ago, he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. We did not know he was ill at all. He had a full scholarship for the academics and athletic, and it was taken away from him because his health was rapidly declining. In those 6 months that he fought, he asked me to return to our city of Pittsburgh to carry out the mission of showing the young mothers how me and his mother stuck together, which is my older sister, and help them support each other, raise him, raise my children, and to bring together a foundation in his name to carry out our legacy. I did that. I've been home for 4 years, and I started my company especially for you in honor of my nephew, and that's where I serve our elders and the mentally challenged inside the Manor Care health facilities. For 4 years, I have done that alone, and trying to raise my children as well as putting 2 of us through college. My officer, Pam, came in and said, "Did you try the Barco Foundation?" I said, "No, I've been gone from Pittsburgh so long." She said, "Try them." And I did. And that's why I'm standing here in front of you today, because they granted me the opportunity to expand my mission so that I can take my intergenerational program a step further and bring the young adults in, because our mission is to strengthen and educate and encourage our young adults with the tools to make an impact in society by serving and learning with the older adults. We're going to bridge this gap, and this is the reason why I'm here. And this is the reason why we're going to go ahead and make sure that our young adults know that the most important thing is to respect and listen to those that have gone before you. That's the best way to go. And this is what we're doing here today. And I thank you so much. I want to leave you all with something, what I tell my children. You have 2 hands, one for helping yourself and one for helping others. So sometimes things is going to be hard for us, but you still have to help each other. That's how we want to get it. And Miss Kiana, nominee for the award as well, I want to congratulate you too, dear, because we shared this. Thank you very much.
We have a lot of inspirational women in the room right now, and at this time, I'd like to welcome Tamiko Dawkins to the podium. Tamiko received the 2013 IOB Grant Award. Immediately after receiving the award, she started to serve as a luncheon volunteer and a table sponsor, thus continuing to model the values and mission of the foundation. As a grantee, Tamiko knows the difference a little help can make in the lives of women and children, and at this time she'll help you understand why your support is so important.
Good afternoon. I am so happy to be here today, and whenever I talked to Nidra and she asked me if I would do this, I said, certainly. In 2013, I stood here as the IOB award recipient, and I can't tell you what I was feeling in my heart on that day. It was so many different emotions, so many things going on in my life. And I can honestly say they have a commercial that says, the gift that keeps on giving, the Barco Foundation, they keep on giving. You know, they keep, that year when I first received my award at Christmas time, after I got into the house that they helped me to move into, I got an email that said they had presents and gift cards for me and my daughter for the holiday time. And that's why I said, and once they touch your life, and one thing I really know about these ladies, this is their passion. They really enjoy doing what they do. And just working in the social services field, I know that being a consumer of services and also now giving back, that you can tell someone that you care about them when they're in need. But when someone's really in need, they can feel that you really care about them. And I felt the mission. You know, I may not have known their parents, but I know them. And I know that they've raised 3 wonderful people that love to do this. And today you have some yellow envelopes on your table. If you can just lift them up all over the room, those yellow envelopes. What you're holding in your hand today, you have the ability to help a single mother that's struggling. You have the power in your hand to support someone's dreams. Someone may feel like their dreams are never going to happen, but you have something in your hand today that can make that happen. I'm standing here today and the 2 awardees today because somebody took the time to put something in that envelope to help someone else. You know, we all come here today, and as Melanie said earlier, we want to have fun. Yeah, and we are having fun, aren't we? But the mission is even greater than that. The mission is those mothers that are still out there struggling. The mission is those children that are still out there wondering how mommy is going to pay the bills. Mommy's going to college. Mommy don't have a car. She's at work. She comes home, and things are just a little bit rough. So you have the opportunity today to partner with us, to stand with us and say, I want to help someone. Can we do that? Can we do that? We can do that. We can do that. So that's why I'm standing here today, because I decided it wasn't enough for me to receive, but I wanted to give back what was so freely given to me. And it's because of all the people in this room that I'm standing here. So I thank you. The Barco thanks you. And I look forward to, seeing how the success turns out from the foundation. And thank you so much for being here today, and enjoy the rest of your day.
As we heard, it is so important to give, and I don't want to distract you from the task at hand. We encourage you to fill out the envelopes right now and consider how much you'd like to donate to help continue this wonderful mission. As you are considering that, I do want to remind you that for each $50 that you donate, your name will be entered into a drawing for one of 3 prizes. And this is sort of my Vanna White moment. One of those 3 prizes, they are a pearl necklace donated by one of today's vendors, the Pearl Peddler, a Michelle watch donated by Orr's Jewelers, or a wine basket. Donors will be given one chance for every $50 donated. So just imagine how many chances you'll get if you continue to donate more and more, so you have a chance to double or triple or quadruple your chances. At this time, we would like for you to take a few moments to complete the donation envelope that you see located on your table. Credit card donations may be processed at the registration table following our program. Once all of the donations are processed, the winners will be notified by phone or email, so make sure to include this information with your donation, and the winners' names will be posted on the Barco Foundation Facebook page. The winning ticket numbers for the chance auction items will be posted on a board by the registration desk immediately following the program. At this time, we do want to give you just a few moments to go ahead and finish filling out your donation envelopes. Again, thank you so much for your support of the Barco Foundation. And just to know, how many times do you have an opportunity to eat a great lunch, shop, meet great people, and it's all for a great cause, and that is why we are here today. Before we conclude this afternoon's program, I do want to invite Melanie and Carl back to the podium to present the IOB Support Award. That award is given each year to an individual who has been an outstanding supporter of the foundation over the years. Melanie and Carl will announce this year's honoree.
Before I do this, I must say, Tamiko, that was a most heart-rendering speech. It used to be that Michelle and Nedra would do that speech, and the three of us would end up crying all the time. So we decided that we weren't going to do it anymore because we were just crying. Well, you did it again. I'm over there crying. Thank you very much. I'd like to present the support award. The reason for this is I'm not sure that many of you people realize it, but this young gentleman here is our only employee. So he does a lot of work. He works with a lot of agencies. He works in getting the grantees to get the grants out. He does a lion's share of work for us, but we can't ask him to do everything. So we really depend a lot of our time on our volunteers. So we think it's important that we recognize a volunteer who has really gone above and beyond what others have done in supporting the Barco Foundation. This year's awardee has been donating her time for over 5 years. She also doesn't know that she's getting this, by the way. And one of the things is she's tenacious. She's prodded us along. She's pushed us and pulled us and made us do our best. And she also chairs and has chaired one of the hardest committees that we have. And when I say this, she's going to know who's getting it, and that would be our corporate sponsor chair. So I'd like Liz Grandamarty to come up here and to give the IOB award.
What an afternoon it has been. We have had an opportunity to learn more about the Barco Foundation and its mission and the wonderful people across the community that the Barco Foundation is helping and how they are reaching out and helping others as well. So while the luncheon portion of our afternoon may be coming to a close, please continue to enjoy your desserts. Remember, we want you to shop, 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 and then shop some more. The boutique vendors will remain open for about another 30 minutes, so we encourage you to continue to check out some of the things that they have and buy things in support. Thank you so much for coming out this afternoon in support of the Barco Foundation, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.